phone.
I'm fine.
I am the trickster.
Hello,
Trickster.
guys. How's your Tuesday? How
Hello.
was your Tuesday?
My Tuesday was nice because today at school I had CCE and all I did is watch videos about stories that have good morals.
Oh, and also Aarav had a spelling test in his school.
And I got all correct.
10 out of 10, right? Awesome, isn't it? And also Aarav loves Subway and he has convinced us to get him Subway for
Because
dinner.
yesterday they said they'll pass me Subway and they said they'll try, they didn't promise me. And if they didn't pass me Subway on purpose, means they didn't even pass any effort.
Alright, great. So today Aarav has a great day. He got Subway, he got 10 on 10 on spelling, he got you all for the story time, and he had CC and he watched videos, okay? And let's see who is here. Oh, my best friend Nidhi Patel is here. Hi Nidhi. Hi Pehel.
Hi, Neera.
Hi Neerav. Hello Abdul.
Hi, Neera.
Alright. Should we sing the Magic Hat song
Yeah.
and already start with the story? I'm very excited about today's story because today's story is about a garden and I love gardens. Can we? Shall we? Okay. The magic hat is shaking.
The magic hat is
shaking.
The magic hat is shaking.
Magic hat, give us a story.
Okay, because it thinks very fast for the night potion.
Okay. Okay. A beautiful garden
Thanks,
coming your way.
Yep,
All
just
right.
the garden.
Hey, Neerav says it's raining over there. Wow, I love rains. It's not raining here. It's quite hot, Neerav. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go straight into the story and meet the badger. Badger's perfect garden. This story is written by Marsha and the pictures are provided by Ramona. One spring morning, Red Squirrel found Badger surrounded by dozens of jars. The jars were filled with seeds. The seeds looked hopeful, just like Badger. That reminds me, I have heard of a very good saying. You can count how many seeds are there in one fruit. Yeah, you can always count that. Like in an apple, you can count how many seeds are there. Two. But you can never count how many apples are there in one seed.
Oh, yeah.
Because one seed can become a big plant, like a big tree, and it can have many, many fruits. That's right?
True.
Yeah, so be the seed, okay, which can have many apples. Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. So going back to the badger, Red Squirrel was watching him, yeah, and he had a dozen jars and the jars were filled with seeds and the seeds looked hopeful, just like the badger. So the Red Squirrel says to the badger, "What are you doing with all those seeds, badger?" "Getting ready to plant," says the badger. "I gathered them late last summer and kept them in jars all through the fall and winter." That's more than 6 months. He had been keeping the seeds to plant them. And he says, "Now I'm going to plant a perfect garden." Is the badger excited about his perfect garden or not?
Yes.
Quite excited, right?
A perfect garden.
A perfect garden.
So how to make it cooler? A perfect garden.
Okay, Red Squirrel looked closer. "They are all different," he said. "Yes, all kinds," said the badger. Clearly, the badger is too excited. Look at his voice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Green and brown, flat and round, bumpy and smooth, whirly curly and straight as my whiskers, said the badger. The Red Squirrel asked, "Where did you find them?" "Some from Weasel's garden, some from the wildflowers near Dormouse's home, and some stuck themselves to my fur," said the badger, "and some floated in on the wind." Wow, he has collected seeds from many places, isn't it?
Yeah.
"You have so many," said the Red Squirrel. "You will definitely need help planting them." Boy, was he right. Of course, because clearly the badger has too many
Seeds.
seeds. Hey, do you think the badger will have a perfect garden?
Yeah, maybe.
I think so, because he has seeds of all different varieties, right? Why not the perfect garden? I'm sure he will have a perfect garden. I'm too excited to see his garden. What's your favorite thing in the garden? Do you have a favorite flower or fruit? What about you guys? Do you have a favorite flower or fruit?
Cucumber and tomato. Oh, and not only that.
Aarav will have a
And
vegetable garden, like a cucumber garden.
Strawberry.
Alright. For me, I think I like orchids a lot. I also like marigolds.
Which flower?
Marigold,
I like sunflower.
like sunflower. Now Weasel.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay. Now Weasel brought his favorite rake. Red Squirrel helped Dormouse gather string. And Badger, he studied his garden plan. We haven't seen these animals, right? I don't think I've ever seen a badger in my life. Red Squirrel, maybe. A Weasel, I haven't seen in my life ever.
Have you seen a mouse?
I have.
I have to. In the playground, I saw a mouse today.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
It was walking.
So these three animals, the red squirrel, the badger, and the weasel, they were studying the garden plan. Yeah? Which flower or which plants to grow where. Badger said, we have to make sure the ground is perfectly smooth. Everyone weeded and raked. You know what is weeding? Like any plant which is already there in the soil, now you take it out first while you're preparing for your garden. Yeah, those are weeds, the ones which you have not put there, which are already there, right? They will take nutrients and energy from the plants that you will put, the seed that you will put in the soil. That's why you have to take the weed out. It's called weed.
But why would they steal?
What?
Why would they steal?
They don't steal, Aarav. They are already there in the soil, right? They also need nutrients and energy. And nobody's going to give water to them on purpose. Are you? You don't even know, na, it's there. So that's why when there is a new seed in the soil, they like to take water. They like to share. But you don't want your seed to share water with the weed, do you?
But why not the weed?
Because then the weed will become stronger and your seed will not become strong and your plant will be weak. You don't want that, right?
Wait, so the weed takes water?
So that's why everyone weeded. They're taking all the wild and the ugly and the unnecessary plants out. Yeah? The small weeds. Before they would plant the beautiful garden. All right, I'm too excited about the garden. Hi! That's my friend Aarav. I'm very happy. Okay, let's see. Neetu says her favorite flower is also sunflower. Rose and guava for Neerav.
Guava.
Yay, sunflower for Kashvi. Rose for Kashvi as well. And Rima loves, oh, that's I think Kyra. She loves strawberries.
Strawberry tea.
Wow, guys, your garden sounds beautiful. Okay. Now, after weeding, when the earth was as smooth as the forest pond in winter, Badger pushed big sticks into the dirt. Can you see the big sticks?
Yeah.
Can you see the bucket of big sticks?
Yeah.
Can you see the string in the red squirrel's hand?
And he's tied up.
He's tied up. But what are they doing? Let's find out. So Badger pushed big sticks into the dirt. Red Squirrel and Dormouse, they stretched the string between the sticks to mark rows.
Hey, Dormouse.
Dormouse. Aarav, they are marking rows. They are marking horizontal lines. Wow, so clever the animals are, aren't they?
But what?
Then they will neatly put the flower like in one straight row. Rather than putting here and there, and it will be a beautiful garden.
Yeah.
Because if you just sprinkle the seeds, then it will be like, some plant is here, some is there. There's no pattern to it. They're making a beautiful row. Yeah?
Yeah.
They're designing the garden. How clever it is. Did you think about that?
No.
No, right? See, the badger is clever than you. Smarter than you.
I did.
Okay. So look at the red squirrel and the dormouse. They stretch the string between the sticks to mark the rows. Be sure the rows are perfectly straight, said Badger. Oh, because he wants a perfect garden. Weasel found a twig to make holes for the seeds. See? Can you see the holes? Guys, can you see the holes for the seeds?
Yeah.
Bumpy seeds in this row. Round ones here. and keep the wallies together, Badger directed them, because he already has a plan for his garden, yeah?
Yeah.
When the seeds were planted, Badger invited his friends over for a celebration. Hey, guess what? Aarav has this word for his spelling test today, celebration.
CELEBRATED.
TION. You said celebrated. We are talking about celebration.
I thought celebrated. I don't know celebration.
Okay. Do you want to join the Badger celebration for the perfect garden? Let's go and see, okay? Can we join? Shall we join?
No.
Yes. Okay. Everyone enjoyed the muffins and mulberry juice. Badger imagined the plants that would grow in perfect rows in his perfect garden, and he was having a great time imagining about the perfect garden. But is there a but? Or is there a happily ever after?
There's a but.
There is a but, yeah. The next day, you will not like it what happened the next day.
What?
The next day, the sky sent showers and the Badger smiled. That was a good thing because the seeds need rain and water to grow, right? But the next day after that, it sent heavy rain. Now the Badger was worried. The day after, it sent a downpour and a storm. Badger grabbed his umbrella and rushed outside. He ran up and down the rows. Can you see the rows anymore? Everything is haywire. Can you see?
Yeah.
The strings are uprooted. Yeah? All the wooden twigs are here and there. Yeah? Badger grabbed his umbrella. He rushed outside. He ran up and down the rows, trying to cover his seeds with his hand and his body. The rain kept pouring and pouring and pouring. This happens in life also, right? You plan something, you are happy about it, yeah, and suddenly something unexpected happens and it ruins all the plan. Does it happen to you?
Yeah.
Happens to me a lot of times. Because another name of life is, it's all about anything unexpected. Anything can happen any point of time. We don't even know, right?
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Yeah.
Will the Badger be okay now that his garden is ruined?
I'm not too sure.
Let's find out. So the rain kept pouring, and the Badger flung himself across the rows, doing his best to hold the earth together. Sticks and strings collapsed. The ground began to slide. It became muddy. All the seeds were mixed up together, muddled up together. Ah! Screamed the Badger. How did he scream, buddy? He was frowning and he was too upset. Yeah? Disappointed. Red Squirrel, Dormouse, and Weasel came running from their house. My beautiful seeds have washed away, sniffled the Badger. He's clearly upset, right? Seeds will float on the wind again when the sunniest days come, comforted his friend Red Squirrel. The Dormouse said, after the wildflowers bloom, there will be seeds to collect. We can gather seeds when my vegetables ripen, said the Weasel. They're all trying to be good friends and they're all trying to tell Badger that he can collect the seeds again and he can plant the beautiful garden one more time. Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what we do in life,
But
right?
seeds already down in the ground. They need to dig.
But you remember, most of the seeds are washed away because of the heavy rain, yeah? So probably some seeds are there, some seeds are not there. And did the Badger just dream of a normal garden or did he dream of a perfect garden?
Perfect garden.
So is the perfect garden there anymore?
No.
Not there, yeah?
No.
Yeah, so that's what the friends are trying to comfort him, that we will do a perfect garden one more time together. Yeah?
Yeah.
So something doesn't work, something unexpected happens, it ruins your plan. It's okay, don't give up. Yeah? Let's see what will happen. Will the badger agree to collect the seeds again?
Not so
Would he
sure.
want to do it again?
Let's
Or is he
see.
too
Should
heartbroken?
we see?
Wait. Collecting seeds is hard work, said the badger. And besides, I will have no perfect garden this summer. He's still upset, guys. I'm feeling bad for the badger, yeah. I feel like, if I could just make the garden for him, perfect garden for him some way. Can I?
No.
No, right? I can't help him, yeah?
Hmm.
Let's see. Is he gonna help himself? Sometimes nobody can help you, yeah? You have to help yourself. Let's see what will the badger do. Oops, looks like the badger is clearly having an upside down time. Look at this picture over here. Headstand.
He's painting, did a handstand, he's
He
washing.
did painting, he's cleaning, he's sleeping, he's reading, he's going upside down like a headstand, and he is lying down on his couch. Badger could not be consoled. He stayed in his house, busying himself with this and that, this and that. We all know what this and that he did, right? Can you see the this and that in the picture?
Yeah.
One summer day, in the middle of his afternoon nap, Badger heard a clamoring at his door. What is clamoring? It's a big word. Does anybody know what is clamoring? Let's find out. Oops, definition not found.
Definition not found.
Oops. Does anybody know what is clamoring?
Okay.
Badger, come look, cried the red squirrel. Dormouse and the weasel together. What are they saying to the badger?
Come look.
Come look! Are they excited?
Yeah,
Do they have something interesting to show the badger?
maybe.
Let's find out. Your seeds found another place to grow, they said. And they took Badger by his hand and they're all running in some direction. Wow! Look at the garden, Aarav.
Yeah.
Those can't be my seeds, said the badger, rubbing his eyes in disbelief. They are all mixed up. What did the badger wanted to do with the seeds? He wanted the sunflowers to be in one row. He wanted the roses to be in one row, the lilies to be in one row. But here they are all mixed up. But is it looking pretty?
Quite nice.
Quite nice. I love it. It's looking like a bouquet, right? So the badger could not believe that those were his seeds. He said, those can't be my seeds. They are all mixed up. They just rearranged themselves, said the red squirrel. Hey, that's a nice thought, yeah?
Yeah.
The seeds just rearranged themselves. And if you hadn't planted them over there, they wouldn't be here. So what are they saying to the badger? If you did not plant the seed in the first place, there would not the garden would not be here. The flowers would not be here. Yeah?
Yeah.
Badger stared at the hodgepodge of colors, the mix-up of colors. Do you think he's gonna like it?
Yeah.
He looked at the jumble-tumble of shapes and sizes. They made him feel jumbly and tumbly too. But is he gonna like it? And then finally, after observing the jumble-tumble of shapes and sizes and the hodgepodge of colors for full 5 minutes, the badger declared, "It looks like a celebration! The vibrant colors and the bouquet of flowers, it's the most perfect garden of all." Hey, Aarav, the badger is finally happy with his garden. And because the friends loved celebrations, they ran into the garden for a hodgepodge of garden games, jumbly-tumbly dancing, and muffins and mulberry juice. And together they had a great time at the garden. Yay! Guys, did you like the story today?
Yeah, I have a question for you guys.
You have a question for us? Okay, tell me.
So, it did a gap. What is the name of that guy again?
Badger?
Yeah. Did Badger like his story, like his garden in the end or not?
Okay, so
You
Aarav
don't have to whisper that in my ear.
Okay, so Aarav has a quiz question for you. Did Badger liked the garden, the jumble of a garden in the end, or he did not like it? Tell us yes or
You
no in the
don't
comment
have to
section.
tell me in my garden. I'm in my ear. You don't have
So
to
I'm
tell
going to
me.
whisper in his ears and you have to write down in the comment section. And you can also share with us what did you learn from this story. And Aarav, that's for you, okay? You tell us what did you learn from this story. And yes, I whispered my answer into Aarav's ears.
Correct.
Okay. I think it means allow to people to shout or speak. Oh, the clamoring. Okay, we will find out what does it mean. Very nice garden, right, Neetu? I agree with you. Yes, you're right.
Correct.
Pehel is right. Harsha is right.
Correct.
Kashvi is right.
Correct.
Neerav is right.
Correct.
And Harsha is right again. And Abdul is right as well. Awesome, guys. So all of you gave the correct answers.
And
Now also let us know what did you learn from this story. Aarav, what did you learn from this story? You can say it out loud.
you think if they get jumbled again, you can see and wait for like what happens. What happens next?
As in?
As in if things get jumbled, like your baby sister bites your math homework. You can wait, don't cry, tell your mother, stop. Then you can go to tell your teacher. If you get a scolding, you can tell your mother to tell the teacher that it was not your fault. Because this was not your fault. Instead, your baby
How
sister
did we
did
come
it.
to the teacher scolding you and you telling your mother? We are talking about the moral of the story.
That's the moral.
The moral of the story.
I showed an example as a moral.
Okay, I don't totally understand what you're saying. How's that the moral? What I understand from the story is sometimes whatever you plan, right? Life might throw your plan out of the window. Sudden surprise and unexpected things will happen. But you should not give up.
Right.
Okay? You should not give up.
Stop.
You should not give up.
And tears it away.
So moral of the story is do not lose hope. I agree with you. Yes. Wait for good things to happen. Yeah, that's another way of looking at it, Neerav. Thank you. Wait for good things to happen, okay? Moral is do not lose hope of your hard work. You will definitely get success at the end. Even if it's jumble mumble, but you will get success, okay? We must stay strong in all stage of life and not lose hope. Shining days will come. Hey, everybody, a toast to shining days. Whoopee, good job. So we are in a pandemic, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are having difficulty with their work and life and everything.
And
food. So guys, do not lose hope. Shining days will come, okay? And we'll see you tomorrow with story number 120. Thank you for joining us and making this story special. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.